Thanks for listening to Q102.
And a guest in the studio again this morning, Steve. We have smart people surrounding us all the time. Thank goodness.
Yes.
We've invited in 3 students from the NL-S Robotics team, the TOOLCATS, to tell us about their exciting season. And so, good morning. We want you guys to go ahead and introduce yourselves. Maybe tell us who you are, what grade you're in, how long have you been with the TOOLCATS at NL-S?
Yeah, I'm Sam Weber. I'm a senior. This is my 4th year on the robotics team, and I'm the lead programmer for the team.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
I'm Henry Vetch. I'm also a senior. This is also my 4th year in the program, and I am the design lead for the TOOLCATS.
All right.
And my name is Carson Stone. I am a sophomore and been in the program for about 2 years, and I am the driver of the robot.
Ooh, these are important jobs, Steve. We got to find out more about it.
Well, it's really interesting you say this because I actually had the privilege of going to one of the competitions early in the year, and you guys mentioned that was like at the very beginning, and I'm like, oh, the place was packed. It was just a very lively environment. Can you tell us more? I guess you've been busy. It's been an exciting season. What's it like to be at one of these competitions?
So the competitions we went to this year were up in Grand Forks and St. Cloud, and there's about 50 teams at each, and they're really, really big and massive spaces with a lot of activity, just things going on all the time. It's really exciting. We don't get much free time, but we love it because we're always getting the chance to compete and do well.
Well, that's just so cool. Now, you each have different jobs, too, and I noticed that every robot was different at these events. So you literally, from start to like build it from scratch. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we start the season, we see what the new challenge is, and then we'll brainstorm and kind of concept different ideas and prototype and build from there. And then eventually it gets handed off to the programmers, where they actually make the robot move and do the intended functions.
Well, that's just so incredible. Now, yeah, like I said, everybody has different jobs. So, Carson, you drive this thing?
Yes,
so what's that like? Can you tell us about that?
Well, we have a joystick which has about 12, 13 buttons on it, and each button does a different function. Some of them you can hit twice to even do a different function than if you only hit it once. And basically, the joystick's pretty straightforward. Forward goes forward, backwards goes backwards. But there's also buttons for in-feed and then doing different. You have to put coral this year on a reef, so putting different coral on the reef has a lot of different buttons too, and we can do it from the front and reverse. So there's a lot of different things when going to driving.
The practice that goes into this, because you literally are building this thing, and then you got to make sure it works. And you get to the competition, and while you're going, there's other robots on the field at the same time. Mm-hmm. But the ones we were watching, you had to like pick up a ball and throw it, which is just a hard thing to do as a human. But actually making a robot do that, it's incredible. So no, you have more on the way, right? Because these are different competitions, but there's more coming, right?
Yeah, definitely. So we were fortunate enough actually to win the regional up in Grand Forks and the one in St. Cloud. And so because of those wins, we get to go to the World Championships in Houston, Texas next week. It's going to be about 500 teams there. It's a massive event. We're really looking forward to it.
Whoa. How many people are on the TOOLCATS team that are going with you on this trip?
There's about 16 students and maybe 5-ish mentors, and then a bunch of parents and other relatives.
You guys, this is super exciting. Are you ready for this? You leave on Tuesday already, right?
It's going to be really fun. We're super excited to go.
But I imagine it probably takes a little bit of help, even financially, to be able to make this happen. So tell us more about how we listening in the community could support the TOOLCATS to help you guys get there.
Yeah, we have an Adopt a TOOLCAT program where you can directly sponsor one of the students going on the trip. All that information is on Facebook and Instagram, and checks can be made out if you are generous to donate to the Educational Foundation. And we also accept donations online. Just any amount you can is really helpful.
That's the thing. And just to kind of give people an idea of how much it costs to make this happen, it's about $1,800 per student for you guys to go have this amazing experience. So it's not like you're asking individuals to, hey, give $1,800 because maybe you don't have that sitting around. But what if everybody, if you were able to give $20 and $20, the next thing you know, you got enough to help out one of the students, cover those expenses, and have this incredible experience. 500 teams, is that what you said?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Henry.
But
Wow, that is going to be so many people, Steve. If you saw one of these when it was a small event, can you imagine the excitement?
No, and I think about you guys traveling, so the robot has to travel too. Yes. Now, does the robot have a name?
The robot does have a name. The robot's name is Caspian, loosely named off of the Caspian Sea, since this year is an ocean-themed game.
Wow.
And the robot will be traveling down to Houston a little before we leave. One of our one of the parents is driving it down, so that's going to be a fun trip.
That is important. That was my next question. How's it going to get there? Yeah, you got to make sure Caspian gets there in one piece for sure. Very cool.
Oh, yeah, that's an important job, too. Well, it takes a lot of people to make this happen. We're so glad that you guys stopped by today to tell us more about it. If you would like to support the ToolCats, they've got the Adopt a ToolCat fundraiser going on. Obviously, urgent kind of need because you're leaving on Tuesday, so the sooner you could donate, the better. But if you would like to find out more about it, NL-S Educational Foundation is where checks can be mailed. There's an online donation portal for you as well. And if you just reach out and look at any NL-S social media, contact the school, even something like that, they'd be able to help you out. We can share more about it later as well, so you can make those donations. And Henry, Sam, and Carson, we're going to be cheering you guys on and the rest of the team. Please keep us updated on how it goes and know that we're all really proud of you guys. This is exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by. More great guests here in the Q102 studio.